So the big win has been recorded already, and we must at all costs bring every positivity that should be brought before the table. One of the most important thing here is the sudden growth that one must hold and will not stop holding, no matter how fast it grows. That is very important. You see, one thing I must say is that we are a people that have fought tooth to nail to see that Biafra comes to pass, and we have seen people destroying our fight. But we must again continue to put ourselves in that circle where things must be done accordingly, without any physical abuse, without being thrown like others in the bush. So, as we continue the path of righteousness, that we may engage our God after most things that has been done in the midst of circulating the whole figures and what must be done. And that's just where the whole street must begin. Now that M16 and M26 is already getting ready, we must put ourselves in that radical knowledge of things that should be put in order. So, as we communicate in the struggle to restore Biafra, we must again see that those negativities that is surrounding the nation should be considered, and we must look into it with immediate effect. And that's where the whole situation must be. So, if we don't see ourselves in that very circle, then we are not seeing ourselves at all. And that's where the case has gone. So Biafra must sit up to do the needful. And by doing the needful, things will be corrected approximately. Interesting point. And this is one thing I have always said from the beginning of every point, that each and every one of us must perceive. You see, things must continue to be put in place. And one of the biggest productivity should never be taken for granted, because things must be spotted the way it should. So, as we go through don't put ourselves in that circle where we are going to be disrespected. And with that reason, everybody must look at what we have been saying. So, Biafra has become one of the most loud words, loud knowledge, loud stuff that should be considered. And more updates are already falling out. We must look into ourselves and consider ourselves more prolonged and see that the people that are doing everything possible to fight for this one big family should not be taken for granted. Because at the end of the day, it is the free ones among us that will be alive to say the story. We must not, allow ourselves to be used for the very benefit and for the attitude that they want us to be like. But one thing is very important. As we continue to fight for this very freedom, let's again reconsider that these people do not want anything from us. And that is where we must put ourselves together to find everything that we should find. Most importantly, Biafra actualization. So let's get started. Let's get started already.